We welcome the cast of The Hungry Ghost. We have the lead actress and some people that's behind the production. Could you tell us what inspired the concept of The Hungry Ghost?
Hmm. Uh, That would be me.
Okay.
Okay, good. So the concept for the Ugly Ghost was just I was in need to write a script and just brainstorming on what script to write, and I basically started off with something that happened with me and my spouse, and from there, it was something just like a joke, but I decided to take it into the supernatural, right?
Yeah.
And from there, it kind of like developed like something keep missing from the fridge, or something keep eating a particular food that has been kept, right? So it was nothing like really supernatural, but I decided as the writer to take it supernatural. So something missing from the house, something missing from the fridge, and something just haunting the particular character. So from that, that gave like the inspiration. From there, I was able to like continue writing. It was not just once, it didn't happen once. So I was like developing the character. Then from there, I was able to finish through, right, with majority of the details or the plot twist of the character. But there are some things in the short film that are actually true event that actually did happen, that was there in the short film. Of course, like people experiencing that somebody is there with them. People have told me first, and also I have also experienced some paranormal activity before in the past. So yeah, so I just kind of intertwine everything together. So a bit of fantasy, a bit of personal, and a bit of like natural phenomenon, what people have experienced in the past.
Okay. So Victoria's the lead actress in the production. What
Correct.
drew you to the role of Jessica?
Pardon?
What drew you to the role of Jessica? How did you prepare to portray the person going through the issue with the supernatural?
I was offered the role by Emmanuel after I acted for one of the roles in our previous cohort. And what helped me prepare for the role was the cast. They were really great at directing me and letting me know how to portray the character, what emotions to give, and how to give it. The director, DeVito, and everyone else was really good at instructing me on how to play the role. Yes.
So did you have any personal experiences with the supernatural that you drew from for the role?
Not that I can think of at the moment. Luckily, no, because I would not uh would want that. But I definitely drew from my Christian background, and like there was a scene in which I had to like exorcise the spirit, like pray it away, basically. So I
Yeah,
drew from that to bring that to the movie, you know, to help. It was helpful in helping me knowing how to portray that because I have experience in prayer.
yeah. Okay, so we got the producer as well on here. Could you tell us what were some challenges you faced in trying to bring this concept to screen and in short form format?
Sorry, Kevin, you mean the director?
Yeah, Davoud.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. First of all, thank you very much for having me here. Yeah,
yeah,
I heard about your wonderful podcast through Emmanuel. Uh, I have to emphasize that behind this short film, it was a very strong and professional people, which they make this movie translate from the script and the word to the on the screen.
yeah.
So thank you for Emmanuel. He been our writer and other friends, which they had a participation in their production crew. So about me as a director, I believe short film have the power to tell the impactful stories in the condensed form, and every single minute in the story is a matter. That's why we try to come up after uh, Emmanuel told me about the script. We try to sit together and discuss about the frame by frame of the film. Then we come up with the storyboard, and after that we try to have a discussion with our cinematographic team, which is Osgun and other friends. So then when it was a production day, we've been 100% ready because we knew what shot we want to take. We had our shot list and our storyboard ready for that day. We didn't have much obstacle, and all this actually has happened because we had a really good crew for this short film.
Okay. So, was there any specific scene or moment in the film that challenged either you as an actor or you as a director when you had to put it over?
Yeah, the one of the actually the scene you can see in the short film at like a almost is the last scene when the main when she's sleeping and suddenly she has to get out from the dream.
Yeah.
So we had actually a bit like uh, yeah, some obstacle to translate the script to the visual to create the scene really Emmanuel he had in mind. So yeah, if you go through the film, you understand what I'm trying to say. Also, I want to hear what Emmanuel want to say about that scene. Emmanuel?
Okay. Yeah. So are you talking about the last scene where she was awoken by the activity of the ghost?
I yeah, that's perfectly yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I believe we were able to tell the story well. That part was the part I was saying that actually did happen. Is something that happened, not just something that is abstract or thought of. It's something that actually took place. And the actress, the director, the cinematographer, they were able to key into the emotion and actually played that particular part very well, which I would say that you guys did a good job, and it was great. It was great bringing it to life, and yeah, it was a good one.
Okay. I seen Sieda has popped up on screen. Could you tell the viewers what you're part of in this whole process of the film?
Are you on mute?
Oh, sorry about that.
Okay.
I was basically in the script. I was basically a script supervisor, and I also was also in the continuance department.
Okay.
So I had to make sure that some scenes we had to like retake some scenes or do it properly, and we also had to like skip some scenes to be able to like align it later. So I was supposed to keep that scene like intact so that nothing changes when we come back and shoot that again, or
Okay.
shoot the scene next to it, basically the other scene.
Yeah.
And
So,
I have to add. Sorry, I have to add that actually Saida also she been like a director assistant too because we didn't shoot the whole story linearly. That's why we try to shoot like first we shoot the movie based on the location because some of the, for example, the story at the beginning, middle, and end it happened in the same location. That's why first we try to finish those and really try to help us to keep the continuity and uh, 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 keep the story in track during our shooting. Thank you, Saida.
You're welcome. Thanks for acknowledging.
Okay. So, what kind of message did you want to relay to the viewers when you guys were putting this together?
Okay, I think that would be me. So I think the message I want to send across is that we first of all want to acknowledge that paranormal activity do exist. Some people may have a disagreement with it, but I just want to know, or I just want to say that from my experience, and I'm sure some people will also agree with me that paranormal activity do exist as well, and people that go through this process or through that see things or hear things, most of them they are not how will I say they are not mad in that sense, or they don't need medical attention to that sense, right?
Yeah.
Is what that their eyes are heightened enough to see, or what their spirit could perceive that they are seeing. Just that probably they are not strong enough to be able to combat what they are feeling or what they are saying. So right in the short film, Jessica at the end of the day was able to pray her way through, although it was exhausting, right? But still, our message is that when you experience that kind of thing, you don't just give in and allow whatever consume you, but rather you should be in a state of mind and in that place where you could say that, okay, if you are spiritual, you could pray against anything that is happening to you. Then, of course, if you are not spiritual, I'm not sure what you could do if you are not spiritual, right? Because I myself, I'm a Christian as well. So if something like that is happening to me, the first thing to do is to pray, right? Other people could use sage. I have heard about those ones. Other people could use one or two things that they know best, right? So the message again is I want to acknowledge that there are things that is going on. You are not psycho or you are not cuckoo, just that you just need to take action, and you'll be able to also be able to defend yourself when those things happen.
Okay.
Yes.
You just mentioned the spiritual aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say to critics that say that the film might be actually promoting witchcraft or just evil spirits in general?
I see. Yeah, the truth is that there are a lot of elements in this world, and witchcraft is part of it. We cannot deny it. Again, as I said, everybody have their own opinion, or everybody has their own reality. But
Yeah.
from being the writer, from my reality, is that I've experienced and I've heard about stories that are not just fantasy stories, that are real stories that you can connote that this is not just somebody just trying to say something, that these are experiences that do happen. And again, I'm from Nigeria, and a lot of people know that Nigeria, there are, in quote, there are a lot of witches, and there are a lot of like dark magical powers that people use to entangle people, enchant people. So yeah, if you have a different opinion, right, I'm not gonna argue with that. That is a good opinion, is yours. Your reality is different from our reality, and luckily we are in a universe where we could disagree to agree. If that is okay.
All right. I see
Yeah.
there's another member that just came on board. Could
Antias.
could you tell us your part in this whole project as well?
Hi, I'm Atienza. So, I'm on the back end, so I was just assisting them during the shoot, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I like to ask cast sometimes is what are your favorite films and why, and also your favorite actors and actresses?
All right, so I'll go first. So for me, my favorite film, I'm not sure. I just like a good movie
Yeah,
that the story is well told, and of course that the actor or the actress performed well or outperformed themselves, right? Those movies that can kind of make you laugh, really laugh, or can make you cry. Any of the either the two, right? So those
yeah,
kind of movies, I really like those type of movies. So I don't have the best movie ever, but I would say I'm a fan of like Lord of the Rings. I like that franchise, Lord of the Rings, The Ring of Power, The Hobbit. That franchise, I love it. And yeah,
yeah,
and for I won't say my best actor, but kind of in terms of comic, I kind of like Ryan Reynolds as well. But
yeah.
yeah, not my best actor, but he's doing well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I want to talk about who's my favorite director, if you ask me in like horror, of course, the first person I refer is M. Night Shyamalan, and the movie actually the movie I love in that genre, which is made by him, is The Sixth Sense. So because you
Yeah,
can see and feel the trailer and suspense and all the element of horror in his movies. But and in the general, I'm personally more in love of uh, the French New Wave, like those director which with their whatever facility they had available, they just come up with the story and they make their story, and the story it because it was like a fiction mixed with the real life documentary style, it
yeah.
make more sense to the audience. So, like Francois Truffaut and those directors are really the role model for me ever.
Okay. Anyone else?
For me, I would say I like a lot of movies, mainly animated movies.
Yeah,
Um, my favorite, I just want to say right now, I'll say Tim Burton's Corpse Bride. I like claymation because I appreciate the hard work that goes into like doing all the stop motion because it's not easy.
yeah.
And when it's done well, it's really impressive. Like Pinocchio on Netflix is really good, and it's claymation as well. And Corpse Bride, Coraline, those are really good. My favorite actress would be Dorothy Dandridge. She is an actress from the 50s.
Yeah,
Um, and she's a really great actress. She is someone I look up to because she's very talented. She can sing, she can act, she can dance. Um, and yeah, she was actually one of the first Black actresses in Hollywood to get nominated for Oscar
yeah.
for her portrayal in Carmen Jones, and she was fantastic in that movie.
Okay. So,
Let me go next.
all right.
In terms of movies, I don't have a favorite movie per se. I do like different genres, so
Yeah,
I have a favorite movie in each genre, so, and I can't go like I can't keep mentioning all of them.
yeah,
But I usually mostly watch psychological psychological movies, and my favorite one, it's actually a drama, not a movie. It's called The Flower of Evil. It's
yeah,
Korean. And I also love this Bollywood movie. My Name is Khan.
yeah.
And yeah, I also don't have a favorite actor. I love each actor in a different genre. So
Uh,
there's no specific one.
yeah, okay. That's fair.
All right, yeah, same with me. I don't really have like an actor and an actress, like favorite actor and actress, but I also watch different genres movies, but I'm more into action movies like
Yeah,
John Wick. Like that's like kind of my favorite one, and then the Fast and Furious kind. I don't like really watch much of dramas like that
yeah,
has like very emotional or like I think that's gonna affect like my emotional health. So yeah, I'm more into action movies and comedies.
Okay. Another question I have is, what advice would you give someone that hasn't done this before but is thinking about it or is studying to do it? What made you decide to have it as an idea to reaching the point where you actually executed what you were doing?
Okay. Yeah, that's a good question. And I get this question a lot from actually my first short film, The Weight of Determination, and
Yeah.
now my second one, The Hungry Ghost. So, what I will advise anybody that is thinking or about to shoot a short film or a feature film is start from somewhere, right? And don't rush it. At the same time, don't delay it. So don't rush it in the sense that don't just try to just do a mediocre like anything that that you think is good. Take your time in that essence to do something, but at the same time, don't sit on it in the sense that if you have that idea, somebody else may also have that idea as well. So if you don't release it, then that person may release the same movie title or the same script that you have. Especially as writers or creative, when you are downloading, yeah, you are not the only one downloading at the same time. I mean, when you are writing, not from online, I mean, when you are downloading from the creative cloud, right? So
Yeah.
you are not the only one at that time. Some people have two visions at the same time. So yeah, so you have to try your best to gather your team, do a lot of project management. That is what we did in this particular short film. I think it took us 2 months of actually, I think so, 2 months of actually meeting via Zoom, going through the plot twist, going through the script, going through the process, the location hunting, and everything. So it took some time. So it's not something that you can just wake up, I have a script, and you can shoot. So if you are able to have a good project management system running, and you have the human resources, even though you don't have the physical cash, but you have people that are willing to collaborate with you on the project, then of course go ahead and shoot the project. Then again, some people think it's just like waiting for the cash to shoot. But as I said, if you have the resources, go ahead and work with people that you have on board. And yeah, disappointment may come, right? If you have backup of the backup, right? Do that so that in case somebody falls sick or somebody is traveling for an emergency, right, you'll be able to get somebody else to cover up. So that's what I would say. So if you are starting new or you want to bring the idea to life, basically plan and have the human resources. And if luckily for you, you have the finances as well, then you should be good.
Okay.
Yes.
Just since Emmanuel he mentioned about we had a project management behind this film, we really truly follow the agile methodology. We try to go to create first a few milestones, then every milestone we try to look back and ask everybody what is their idea about the script and about the process. We were so open to any changes which until we get this movie actually done. That's why I want to also mention which in the like a pre-production we put a lot of efforts and like time to make this movie happen. And yeah, you said what was the question? Those they want to make short movie. Yeah, the advice I have or the things really I believe we have to do first sit down, come up with your idea, write the first draft of the script, then try to build your team. Yeah, that one is really important to find the people they have an intimacy with your script and they're willing to help. Then after that, when you have your team that the rest actually it gonna be much easier to do. That's actually the first two step, which is first come up with the first draft, then build your team. The rest gonna be not that difficult, which is you're putting all your team together, you discuss about the every scene, then you come up with your like final draft of the script, then you sit down and think about your shot list, storyboard. Then in the production day, uh, hopefully everyone come together. You shoot the film. If possible, you shoot it in one day. Then for post production, of course, uh, it's much easier because it's usually 1 or 2 person. They sit down behind the computer and they're playing with the rushes to shape the story.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So what's
Yeah,
what you were gonna follow up with something there?
yes, I just wanted to add in that, like, if it's in your heart for you to do it, you should just do it. And don't, like Emmanuel say, don't let it delay, because the more you let it delay, the more you start to doubt yourself when you want to step into the world of filmmaking, acting, or whatever in the media content. So the minute you feel the urge to do it, you should get to it.
Yeah. So what's the next step for everybody in the film world right now for you guys?
Okay.
We are working, yeah, Emmanuel, you go ahead, but we are working on the multiple project, which Emmanuel, he will share with you more information.
Uh,
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Davon. Yeah, so we individually we are working on our own portfolio individually, but collectively as well, we have other script that we have on board that is already written. Some of them halfway, some of them are fully written.
yeah,
So as I said earlier, we are just going to also redo the project management thing again in terms of pre-production, a lot of pre-production this time. Then actually we'll actually do grant writing to support this short film because we need more budget to actually do something that is beyond the Hungry Ghost. I'm not saying the Hungry Ghost is not good enough, but like you want your
yeah.
tomorrow to be better than your yesterday. So yeah, so we'll do some grant writing and do some pitch deck and see how best we are able to generate more income to sponsor the next script. Yes.
So is there any lasting words anyone wants to leave the viewers with?
Uh, just a fun fact about this team, I want to let you know most of us are the newcomer, and when we start to shooting this movie, just less than like a few months, we were landed in
Yeah,
Canada. That's a fun fact about this team.
yeah.
Means if you really want to do something and you're passionate about it, yes, if you have a plan, you can make it.
Okay. Well,
Nobody else?
Yeah,
Any
Okay.
fun
I'm just
facts?
gonna jump off of what Davud said. Yeah, not to give up on your dreams. Definitely seek for ways to do it. There's so many resources out there, like the library and other places you can like seek out for equipments and your own phone. If you own one, you can definitely start making content and work towards your dreams in whatever media creations you want to do. And there's so many apps out there that's going to give you step by step and YouTube tutorials. Definitely not to give up on that and keep going.
And also, I want to add on for those that are watching this podcast, if you have a script and if you want to make movie, please, yeah, try to reach to us because we have all the equipment and we are willing to together we translate your script to the visual story. Just feel free to approach us, Emmanuel, me, or others. Then we can work together to create something uh, new.
all right.
I'm just gonna add, I think the important thing you have to do is just put it into action. Like this, it's not gonna be perfect always, like the first time. Practice. We have to keep on repeating it until you get you get the right thing to do. So just put it into work, and then eventually you'll succeed.
Yeah, some good advice. So,
All right. Yeah, I think to Saida, you have something to say? I'm good to go.
I just want to add to what Atienza said. She said it doesn't have to be perfect on the first day. The whole point is to just get you started and like put your feet into the like not even your feet, just your toes is good into the industry to get some recognition and get hang of like how the things go. And it's also like part of the networking. It's about the people you meet through like the way.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.